Hi guys, it's Rachel here and we are doing Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. So I'm just going to move you down a little bit. This is the book. Someone said they couldn't read the numbers, so let me bring you down closer and I will tap it so it goes, excuse me, in focus. There we go. So just take a screenshot of the ISBN and see if you can find it. The book. Okay, so I'm just going to move you down even closer because we're going to be stitching, and I need to be able to see just to make sure I'm on screen. I hope you're not getting seasick by me jigging you about. So while I was away with my dad, when I had a moment, I did couch down my Roxy's Journal of, and I left the Y to do with you guys. So I'll show you how I did that. I used this mustard color perle cotton, I think it's a number 12, and just a tapestry wool. Okay, and silly me, I finished off the, I don't even know what number DMC tapestry wool this is, but I used it on something else. I used it all up and I didn't have any more, and I just found one scrappy little piece. I couldn't believe I did that to do the Y, and thank heavens I had just had to do the Y because I wouldn't have had enough. So I've just put a knot and come through, and then what I'll do is I just put my needle over there out of the way and I hold on to it. This is couching, and I will put little stitches to hold it down in place, and I really love it. It's a really nice way to do lettering. You could do it same color if you want it just to look all one color, or you can do, you know, colorful. Can you imagine? I would have had to do my Y a different color. Luckily I hadn't thrown out my scraps yet. So then I come around here, and what I would do is just bring my put my needle down through there, pulling the wrong one, pulling both of the needles at the same time. It is a little bit, can be a little bit tricky at times. Just don't pull it too tight because I want to be able to maneuver the thread. And then I come back up there, just take that one out, come back up there, because then I'll finish the tail of my Y when I get up there. So I'm going to put a few stitches in here, and then I need to come up here. I'm going to jump up here. I'm going to put a stitch over here. I'm still drinking my smoothie, so I will have to stop and drink that, guys. I'm sorry. I may just come up here so I don't waste thread. Well, not waste thread, but I don't have to change my thread then. Just make sure I'm flush with the end of that bit there. Is this our last week? Oh my goodness, and I haven't finished yet. I've got to finish it off. So what I would do, because I haven't decided, I was thinking, I've gone back to the spool. I don't know whether I want to hang it on my wall or do the spool. I haven't decided. And when I can't decide, it's like the decisions are the worst. So because I've been rolling it up and I've been really liking it all rolled up, but I don't know where I've got a space here where I can hang it. So I guess what I'll do is hold it up there and see, maybe I'll sticky tape it up to the wall or something, and then I will see if I like it up there, or if I want to put it on the spool. So we'll have an extra video finishing it off. I've gone too far there, but I'm just going to go down. I'm lucky I had this scrap that was long enough, because I was in trouble. Not trouble with my, in trouble, yeah, as in up the creek without a paddle. Just go back and put an extra stitch in there. This I can actually end off because it's all right. Oh, can't get it through there. Oh, I've seen some amazing spools. I've seen some amazing finished pieces. Just, you ladies are incredible. There's such amazing talent out there, honestly. Sass and I just and Mum, we've all been just amazed. Just incredible stitches out there. And what a beautiful community. Everyone just so lovely to each other and encouraging. And to all our beginners, your work is nothing to be ashamed of, just amazing as well. Just love it. I couldn't say, I can't even put it into words how humbled and, you know, thrilled we are with this community. There we go. It's a bit of a wonky Y. Wouldn't be me if I wasn't a bit wonky. Okay, now I'm going to place my flowers because I still want to put my flowers. I've drawn my, I've got a loop there, I'll just leave it. I've drawn my hedgehog, porcupine. Just a minute, I'm going to have a sip of smoothie. So I've drawn my porcupine. It's there, but it's pretty big. It's not proportional at all. But I didn't want to do a mini porcupine because it's so cute. But I'm not confident that I'll be able to do it. I'm not feeling confident. That's the honest truth. So I have the flowers. I did want to put the flowers somewhere. So I might even have them coming off the edge. I could trim off a bit more of that, or I could put that down there. Let's just play around with the flowers and see which I might use and where. I can't even remember what I did with them, guys. Oh, here, I think I had this one here, but I didn't have the stitching, but I can snip a little bit off. Let's just move it over. Something like that. Is that the back? Oh, that's the back. What a goose. I can put that up there. I'll just trim it down a bit. I might have the blue. Maybe I like the blue. Let's just see. Do a bit of a composition here. That one there. Oh, I like that. Oh, I'm liking it. Maybe I need something bigger there. Otherwise, I could have these sprouting out. Probably not the right word. I need some more leaves. Put that one over there. Oh, I love this. Because I could do the embroideries myself, but I have all these lovely pieces, so why not use them? That one coming. I wish it was curving that way. Wouldn't that be perfect? That one. Need a few leaves, or maybe I'll put it in there. Again, I will trim that one down just a little bit. Have a leaf going up there. Put this leaf over here. Maybe I'm not going to use this one. I think it's too big. Unless I were to have them coming down. I might embroider a couple of leaves on there as well. I think I like that up there. Oh, there's my hedgehog. I'm going to have that one going up there. Oh yes, I do like that. I'm going to see if I can find a smaller flower. I think I pulled everything out. Oh. That. Actually, I received a parcel from Laurie Sullivan. Where have I put it? I haven't opened it yet. I was waiting for my stitchery video. I might open that, guys, in a minute and see what she sent me and see if there's anything I might use here. And I will link her shop in the description box. Huh. I really am liking that. So I think I'll pin those in place. And I'm just going to stitch them on with this, you know, my thread I always use. So I'll just pause the camera and do that. And then I'll come back. I don't know if I'll get all my hedgehog done, but we can make a start. I'm leaving it to the last thing, you know, because I'm just not confident at all. I don't know about that. I'm just going to take that off. I'll do these. That needs to be trimmed, but I don't want to forget how I place them. And I might decide to needle turn them. I did show you that back in another video, I think in a previous Journal of Stitchery. I may decide to needle turn the white under so there's not so much white showing. I've left just enough, so I think I will do that. if it takes me a really long time, well, it doesn't matter. Sarah's video is first, so it doesn't matter when I post my video. I'm a bit late today. Okay, so I'm going to pause you, and I am going to needle turn these on, I've decided, except for those bits there. But I might put a little bit of stitching in there or something. Yeah, I'll do needle turn bits and pieces, and I will be back with them stitched down. So I did start the needle turning, and then I thought, I really should show you how I go about doing it. So because this is tucking under, although it doesn't really matter, you could just embroider a little stem. You need to really applique what's underneath first. It's not for everyone, the needle turning. Oh, just a minute, I was attached. That's okay, I'll just go under there. I'm just going to stitch this one first, the leaf. So I'm just turning it under, and with my finger, make sure you keep it going in the direction you want it. You go under your fabric and just catch the edge of the turned piece of fabric. It's not hard. And then I'll just give you a few other little tips as I go. I'll do a little bit with you guys, and then I'll stop the camera again. I think I like that better than just having the the big chunky white edge. So you don't want too thick a needle, so it's easier. I don't worry about if you can see my stitches or not. You really can't see them that much. So I'll just put my pin over there. So when you come to the point of a leaf, what I do is I'll come up and I'll put a little stitch in there, in the point, and come back up, and that secures it. And then turn around and just get my needle and push that point in, and then put another stitch in to go around the corner. And then I can proceed on and do my needle turning. If I've got a little lumpy bit, I just get my needle and push it under. I'm not like an expert at doing this. I don't do the neatest, but this is how I do it. Works for me. Come around here. Of course, it's a little bit more time consuming. Oh my goodness, okay, and it's thick. So I just want to put that under, do one more stitch, and then I can go back and do the bigger piece. Okay, now here, where you have this sort of shape, I just put a little snip in there. I didn't put a snip there, just a sec. Slide that in. I need to put a snip in here. And I think I put one over there. So in those sorts of bits, just helps you go sort of round and in a bit. So I'll just show you quickly. Put my stitches in, and I just tuck under a little bit at a time. Don't go too far around, and you can use your needle to push it under as well if you want to. I find it sometimes easy with my big finger, but each to their own. And then when I come here, you can push a little bit with your needle to get that, but I'm not going to worry about it too much because my background is, I won't say it's the same tone of white or cream, it's similar. Go around the berry. See, I'm not struggling too much. Get my needle and just push it in a little bit there, and then catch it. So just, yeah, I think one of my biggest things is a little bit at a time. You need to do a little bit at a time. Don't go too far forward. Now I need to tuck that leaf under there and do that leaf before I go any further. Let me just see here. I could probably do a bigger snip, but I don't think it's really such an issue. I'm going to put one more stitch in. Just take that out for a second. Okay, and then I'm going to grab that leaf and slide that under. Oh yes, I like that more. So that is going to slide under there like so, and I need to do that first. So lift that back and tuck that. Even if it weren't tucked in, what I can do, if there's a little gap, and what I might do is I might embroider just a little stem on it to join it, because it doesn't actually have to tuck under if I don't want it to. So yes, I think there definitely will be a video. I'll probably post it this weekend, where I may not have it 100% finished, but we will be finishing it off. A lot of people have asked me about my edges. I'm actually not going to do too much to my edges. I may come in here and there and wrap some fabric around. I'm going to play around with that. And that will be, some of the edges will be finished off and some won't, because, for example, here it's very close to the edge, so I can't do anything there. And that's very close to the edge. But I could wrap a little bit of fabric here, for example. So I do kind of like that look where it's patchy and not in the patchwork sense of the word. I really do find my most enjoyment by doing really random things and not following any rules, just making it up. That's when I have my most fun. Except for when it doesn't work the way I envision. That does happen too. Not everything it works out perfectly. There are some bits and pieces on here that I'm not 100% about, but it is what it is. So that, because that was shorter, I'm struggling a little bit. Just use my needle. It doesn't really matter if it's not perfectly turned under. Just trying to keep it so you can see. I'll give you a tap just in case. Because I'm so close, I get worried my hand moving in the frame may bother whether it's in focus or not. May affect it. That's good. Put a stitch in here. So it's called needle turn. I turn a bit with my needle and a bit with my fingers, whichever comes easiest. And I think I might here, for example, just stitch in that colour a little stem. Oh, that's on the fabric too. That one's embroidered, that one's not. That's interesting. I got it to tuck under a little bit more with my needle. And I learnt to do the needle turn with Yoko Saito. She came to, I think I've told you this before, she came to Florence, and who organised it? I can't remember. There was a quilting store that had Japanese fabrics in Florence. It wasn't in the centre, it's gone now. And they organised it, and I heard about it when I went to the craft fair I used to go in Vicenza. I haven't been there for a long time because the quality of what was there went down. You really just end up buying all this stuff that you don't use. So now that's got to tuck under, so when I get near there I'll stop. But the reason why I'm doing this one, even though it's going over the top, is I need to also be able to gauge where I need to start putting those ones in. It's easier if I've done a bit of the stitching. Anyway, I learnt to needle turn with her, and it really, the tips and tricks that she gave me really changed my life, because I was really struggling. I really didn't know all those things. So here I may need to just, I think I'll snip, excuse my hand, into there. Give you a tap. And I'm going to put one more stitch in there, and then I'm going to go down, and I need to grab this now and slide that under. And have I put my snips properly in that one? I need a snip there. Got a little one in there, need it slightly bigger, I think. Okay. Okay. And that needs to tuck under there and go there. Good. So I might put a pin in just to hold it on this side and start needle turning it. Let me just see what time it is. Not as late as I thought. And I can also embroider the stem there, so honestly I don't know why I'm worrying about it. Just get that going. Okay, that'll do. I've moved this out of the way. Okay. Where the camera's shaking, it's just because I gave you a tap to make sure that you're in focus. Some people use freezer paper. So you cut out your shape and you iron the freezer paper onto the other side, and then you crease down the folds or iron them down so you don't have to actually turn them. You just put the piece on, it's already creased where you have to put your stitches. Mum likes using the freezer paper. I've never used it. I actually really enjoy doing this. Sometimes it's a little bit fiddly and annoying, but especially here, because I actually, when I cut them out, I hadn't really decided what I was going to do, and I probably needed to leave in some areas a bit more fabric. But I just fluff around with it with my needle and make do. We're getting there. There's not much there to turn. Oh, it went. Just put a stitch in there and move on. Sometimes you might need to put 2 stitches in there. I think I can take that out now. As you start to remove the pins too, life starts to get a little bit easier. Anyway, that you get the idea. I'm going to come around here and then I'll start doing this bit here. And then I'll do all those bits over there and then I will be back. Okay, so I've appliqued down all of my bits. I feel like I need a little something coming up here. I need something down here and a little something coming down there. But I'll think about that afterwards and we'll talk about that if I do the extra video with the finishing off. I've drawn my little porcupine there, but I need to move it over a little bit. So I think I'll just wing it. What I might do is, oh, of course I didn't bring a Power Pink. Just a sec. Okay, I've got some perlays here. I'm just going to outline my bits. Oh, doesn't really have what I want either. Sort of want this sort of colour. but it's variegated. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? What I want to do is outline my hedgehog. So the little face is, I'm just sort of eyeballing it from this book. It doesn't stay open, so I think I have to put my scissors on there. No, that's not even going to hold it. There we go. So I just want to outline it for now. Actually, I need to redraw it. Hopefully most of my moving it will be, there'll be a little bit there. So that bit comes, where's the little face there? I can hardly see this. It's going to be very confusing. Okay. I'm going to start outlining my bits just so I can see them. So the little face comes up into here. You can probably hardly see it. Now, I don't think there were any photograph explanations for this, but I'll have a look. Now I'm going to cover over this thread, so I'm just outlining it so it's easier. I'm going to end that off. I'm going to leave it threaded because I might use this colour. I might not. I'll just decide. So I'm just going to outline it. I mean, snip it. Sorry. Oh my goodness, guys. It's been a long morning. It's quite late now. It's 1 o'clock. So I've been at it for a while. Oh, we've got the little ear. Oh, I'll do that after. So I want to sort of also define where the brown is going to go. I think I might use Appleton wool. Let's see what I have here. Oh, I don't have a really dark brown in that one. Just a sec. Looking for a dark brown. This colour, this will do. It's not really brown, it's a bit more grey. But I think I'll use that colour. It's I think that's more of a DMC wool. This one. I'm just going to put, I'm not even going to do proper stitches. I'm just going to do like a random sort of running stitch. That's just going to define the shape. Right. Can I thread this needle without help? No, I don't think so. Wouldn't be so lucky. Can't even thread it with help. Oh my goodness. So my thoughts are, I'm just going to do short and long stitch, but I'm going to have them going in all directions to create that effect. And I'm thinking I'm going to do my dark background first, and then put the lighter needles, shall we call them, up. Lighter needles after. Just want to define it here. I'm doing a running stitch because I don't want a solid line, because I want my, you know, the little prickly bits to sort of show. Now, okay. And then that bit's got to go up there, and then that's got to be the lighter colour. Just gives me something to work with. Hopefully it's not a totally horrible, horrendous shape. There we go. Yeah, so now I'm just going to start. It's going to take a while, so I won't get it all done on video, but I want to do messy stitches. Just have them sort of shooting up. And sort of going in at different angles. And I'll just keep filling it in until I'm happy with it. Short and long stitches, random stitches, it's all good. So long as you fill it all in. And here I don't want it to be perfect either. Which is easier said than done. I think I'll do the little ear. Actually, maybe I'll draw the little ear. Should be about now, about here. I mean, this is how I am, just totally wing it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this colour. Just come back down into your stitches. It's probably hard for you to see because it's so dark. It'll start to take shape more, I think, when I start putting the lighter colour as well. Maybe not up that high. It's quite thin, this wool, so it'll take me a while to fill it in. And I'll just build up the shape as I go. These sort of need to go up a bit more. Oops, about time. Oh, I have unthreaded. Well, that's rotten bad luck, isn't it? Okay. Oh, I forgot to get Laurie's parcel. Okay, I've got to end that off. I'm going to pause the video and go and grab Laurie's parcel and see what she sent. And then I will be back. Okay, so this is the parcel that Laurie sent me. Her store is it STL Finds by Laurie? Anyway, I'll link it in the description box. Yes, STL Finds by Laurie on Etsy. And so this is a slow stitch kit. A junk journal thing. I won't show that now because this is a stitching video. And I just was curious. Look at this lovely trim. Curious to see if there was anything in here that I might like. There might be something in here that I can add use for my background. Excuse for the noise. Excuse me. Oh, okay, cool stuff. Oh, look at those walls. So some tapestry. Oh, this is lovely, Laurie. This could be good for the treasure hunt if you need a few extra bits and pieces. So a whole lot of interesting threads here to use. And buttons and yo-yos that look like they've been made by Laurie. Wonderful. Love those colours. Fantastic. Okay, so that's really cool. And, oh, gorgeous laces. All right. Really, really lovely. Love those. Oh, super duper applique bits. That's going to go on my treasure hunt. Thank you, Laurie. And I love these sorts of things as well. Beautiful. You can even, if you don't want everything beige or white, you can even colour them. Gorgeous eyelet trim. Is that what you call it? Eyelet trim. Oh, that's the right side there. Just lovely. Oh, Laurie, this is lovely. Love that. That's really special. Oh, and that one's so pretty. Really gorgeous. And that one, isn't that gorgeous? Some eyelet fabric. Oh no, embroidery anglaise. Oh, here we go. Look at these embroideries. That's a doily, and then we've got embroideries, but I don't think they're going to go on my piece. However, they may go in my treasure hunt. Oh, isn't that lovely? It's got a piece of fabric on it. Oh my word, that is stunning. I've never seen anything like that before. That is beautiful. Oh, swoon. Swoon, swoon, swoon. That is beautiful, Laurie. Oh, I love that. And then some vintage sort of fabrics. I love those. Sarah, these are right up your alley. You love that sort of thing too. And look at this. Okay, really, really nice. Really nice fabrics in this one. Oh, look at that. Wow. Beautiful green stripe. Okay, I'm definitely putting these aside. Some of these for my next project. Really nice upholstery fabrics. Gorgeous. Beautiful colours. Wow. Oh, some wool. I love wool. I'm going to put that aside. I would like to do something with wool, but I might not do it now because it's winter. But I love the wool. And some cheesecloth. Some vintage quilt. Gorgeous. Another quilted piece that someone's done. Like not quilted, but patchwork. And then beautiful beigey sort of fabric. Stripe. Oh, ticking. Hello. Who doesn't love a bit of ticking? That one's really starched. To wash that. And then some lovely linens. Okay. Really gorgeous. So some of that's going to go aside in my treasure hunt as a thank you to Laurie, to thank her for sending me such a beautiful, oh, I missed this. This is a nice, it has lots of little bits and pieces. Some more laces. That's a bit wide. I'd probably paint that. Very pretty laces. And I'm trying to get to this trim. My eye has caught this gorgeous trim. Oh my word, that's going in my treasure hunt. And then that is lovely too. Just gorgeous. Some rickrack, some little grub roses, and a lovely velvet trim there. Wow, thank you so much, Laurie. I will link her shop in the description box. We can always have a little bit more to our stash. And it's a great bundle, really great bundle, full of lovely things to play with. So I won't play with them in this video because I need sort of applique flowers. However, that is going to be good for my next video, for my next project, should I say. And now I've lost, in my excitement, I had another piece of the thread. Here it is, to keep on doing my porcupine. As you can see, it's going to take me a while. I need to do a bit of the off-white down here, coming up here for the facey sort of part. See, it's got a bit of a face, but I may even bring it further into the darker color because it's a bit narrow, because I'm winging it. I'll probably get a funny shape going, but anyway, I'll just keep stitching until I get the right shape. So I'm going to keep on doing short and long stitch. I'm going to do the same with the off-white color here, and the same in the little, I was going to say the beak, in the little nozzle. And then I'm going to come back in and do in the creamy sort of color, and I'll do the other, what do you call them? I don't know what you call them, spiky things. Yeah. So that's going to take me a while, so I won't get that done in this video. However, we are making progress. So I probably will do a video on the weekend with what I've decided, how I'm going to finish it off. I may not get it all done, depends how I travel. But yeah, so this wonderful journey is coming to an end. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to go through it again and see how it all went. And if I need to add any more, and then it may or may not go onto the spool. Let me just grab my spool. You think I'm letting you go, and you're never going to go. I'm just hanging around today. And so hanging around like a bad smell. There you go, I said it. Okay, so this is the thing that I originally thought, and I do actually, I like it on there. Let's roll it up. I do like it on there. And I do think it's nice that you have that bit. Oh, doesn't it look nice on there though? Okay, I will sticky tape it up onto my wall to see what I prefer, but I kind of like it on the spool and have that just standing up somewhere, and then you know, anyone who's interested can just unravel it and have a look. Yeah, isn't that tough? It's hard to decide. Anyway, I'll have time to think about it. Today's Wednesday, and I might do the video on Saturday or Sunday or something like that. So I've got time to mull over it all. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.